That's steep.
Fucking rip-off.
You're in the nobles' corner, lads.
I'll give you 5 for the 3 of us.
And the girl chuckles. That might work down in the common areas, but around here we only give the best. So the price is the price.
Okay. In this case, I'm gonna whisper something to Mr. Nuts, and I'm gonna pay the 6 gold. I'll give you 10 for an ice truck badge.
You'd say that to me?
No, that's what Vino said.
Oh. Yeah, well, we're going to ignore that. So you pay. Yeah, what are you whispering to Mr. Nuts? And then we're going to take a few minute break, just so I can go pee.
I'm going to whisper something to Mr. Nuts, but it's only between me and Mr. Nuts, so I can't tell you.
Well, if you're going to rob them, I need to know what you're going to rob. But you know what? Message me and I'll read it on the break.
Okay.
But we will tell you what you get for food when we are back. And we are back. So, you walk into the 2 doors down. 2 doors up? 2 doors up. Sorry. It's 1 door down, 2 doors up. Fuck my life, I hate trolling.
You're welcome.
To be fair, it's what makes D&D D&D. Try to screw over the guy who's trying to murder you every day.
Yeah, something like that.
As you walk in, you walk through the first door, and you get greeted by all these women trying to take off your shawls, and they offer you some drinks, so you get like champagne-esque things. Do you presume you all take them? They're basically on the house.
I mean, free booze can't hurt.
No?
Sure. Yeah, why not?
I presume the half-elf takes it too.
Free food is good.
Oh, it's wine. Your wine first. And then as you go down to the bottom of this corridor, there is silk.
Which corridor?
Wait, that corridor. You're still in the same corridor. It's a small.
Are we to see a map of the place?
No, kind of. You don't need one. We'll get there. I have a map up, but we'll see if you need it. But as you walk through, there's like, you know those bead doors in like crappy like TV shows where they just put beads in a doorway. It's kind of like that, but it's silk. And as you walk through, there is literally a parade of women of all races and nationalities, and there's a man standing beside you going, "Which one will you have today, sir?" Looking at the dwarf.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I just want a full night's sleep.
And you'll get a more full night with one of these girls. So, which one would you like, sir?
I would very much like to persuade this character to not force me to sleep with women.
You don't want women? Oh, we have men too.
I would like to sleep alone tonight.
Alone, sir? That doesn't seem very well. Like, now, if you change your mind, come find me. I'll find you the best dwarf woman or dwarf man your character, or multiple if that's what you fancy. Look, and he you can tell he's hearing something in his head. Like, he looks up into the sky and he goes, "Oh, food, okay." And he points you to a table just around the corner, and he goes, "Would you like the goose or the goose, duck, quail, or boar?"
Boar for me, it would be.
Boar? Okay, sir. Off you go. And he claps his hands. Tracy, please bring this gentleman to his table. And points at the gnome. Which one of these fine women would would you like tonight?
Can you describe them all so I know which one's which?
Should I get my notes out?
So takes notes.
Oh my god! I hate you
From the
guys.
top.
But I also
love
how my camera is really bad, and it makes me really red when I move my head certain ways. So like I look red as
I think
tomato.
that's the drink. I think that's the alcohol.
Nah, that's fine.
But yeah, start describing them.
So you got human, like curvy, massive tits. You got another human with massive tits, perky arse, skinny as fuck. You got an elf, skinny as fuck, like an athletic but build. You've got dwarf, slightly very very nice trimmed beard. A bush. If we're to leave it at that, move on. You've got like some tieflings. You got purple tiefling with like goat horns, where like they curl around the ears. With like some sort of like belly dancer outfit on. You've got another tiefling who's like more bluish than purple, with the same type of horns, same type of outfit, but different skin color, obviously. You got a few dragonborns. You've got I'm not arsed describing them all perfectly. You've got a few Goliaths, big, massive, butch, like giants that are 7-8 foot tall. Look like they would snap you in two with grizzly horns. You've got fucking hell, I need a race book in front of me. You've got
gnomes, halflings.
No, I haven't got there.
orcs.
No. Well, I haven't got to the orcs yet. I was thinking of fucking you've got
Minotaurs.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Minotaur. I was
Centaurs.
gonna say centaur. You've got a minotaur, like perfectly maimed, perfectly groomed, like skin. You've got two of
Weird now.
them. What? How
It's getting weird now.
yeah, it's been getting weird for a while, but if I'm gonna be trolled, I'm gonna keep this going. You've got two halflings, and they both look really like down and out. Like, they look like people have been battering them. They've got like bruised eyes, bruised face. Like, seems like they seem like bitch toys for people. Yeah, that there you go. I'm done. Like that's all your descriptions. No, what do you want?
Well, you didn't describe what I was looking for, so I might have to pass.
What were you
there's gotta be
looking for? And
somewhere
I'll tell you if it was there. Were you looking for
Well,
it? Were you
I
looking for a one-legged human with like missing the left leg, right arm, and the right eye was a bit bruised? Is that what you're looking for? With a crooked nose and a dick pointing to the right?
Because conveniently you've got one sat in the corner, right? No, we'll take the elf with the sun-kissed skin.
Okay. And
Why not?
your man goes, "Would you like that now, sir, or would you like her to be waiting for you in your bedroom?"
Oh, I've got to eat first.
Oh, of course. You can't. For a man of your stature, you need all the energy to give her one. And he gives you a wink. Now, would you like the quail, the boar, the goose, or the duck?
What's your vegetarian option?
We have cauliflower steak with gratin potatoes and poached pear for dessert.
It'll do. I've had better.
He's like, oh, okay. And he goes, "Tracy, I presume you're with the dwarf?"
Yeah, I want a small plate of this. I want a small plate of the same thing for my friend as well.
And he goes, of course, sir. Like, you can ask for as many rounds as you like. And if it's not on the menu, we will do our best to make it happen. Human, which one of these fine women would you like?
The list
Describe
is in
them again.
Discord
I have a
if you
wife
want.
waiting for me back at home, so I'll pass, thanks.
Fuck both. Sorry, before Vulcan spoke there. Fuck both of you, fucking.
What do you mean?
I'm not describing them again because I fucking forget.
Funky asked for the description. I just wrote it down.
Yeah, if you wrote it down, you got it written down. Anyway, he goes, "Oh, of course, we wouldn't expect you to be cheating on your wife, but she doesn't have to find out. Are you sure you wouldn't want one of these fine women?"
She's a mystic. She knows what goes on.
It's like, oh.
I'm just here for the night and somewhere comfortable to stay.
Of course, sir. Now, would you like the duck, quail, goose, or boar? Or duck?
Can I have one of each with a Yorkshire pudding and double helpings of taters?
Get some pigs and blankets.
Of course,
yes.
sir. Oh, pigs and blankets. Oh, of course, you want a feast. Oh, for a man as skinny as you, of course. I hope you can eat it all.
It's been a while since I've had some decent food.
And he goes, "Tracy, and Tracy comes along, and I presume you're with the gnome and the dwarf.
Aye.
And she brings you to the table. You're all sitting at a table. The food is phenomenal. I don't know what the gnome was complaining about, but it was phenomenal. The gnome.
How much of the boar did they give me?
They gave you like a proper boar steak.
I'm not saying that it was
Just a
poor
steak. Oh,
quality.
come on! I expected like the whole fucking boar to come out.
Well, the point is, if you want more, they can give you more. Like that's what they say when they bring the food to the table. They go like, "Now, if you want more, please let us know."
I have a complaint to them. I want the whole fucking boar out.
Well,
okay, well then they bring a boar and they slap it on the table.
There we go.
Sorry, gnome.
no, I was just saying, I was not about the quality of the food. I'm not complaining about. It's cauliflower steak is pretty shit.
Wow.
It was.
Well, what would you
range more
like?
than the
And they
quality.
can they can try and provide. Oh, I need to turn off my camera so I can read chats.
Well, it doesn't matter. I've eaten it now. That's what you gave me. But I was just saying
Well,
it wasn't about the quality.
Okay, well, I couldn't think of anything else vegetarian besides like some sort of veggie burger, and I couldn't think of what goes in a veggie burger that wasn't like cheese.
Vegetables.
Yeah, like I had cheese,
Or
vegetables.
cheese. You could have had mac and cheese.
Could have, but they're trying to be posh, and no.
A nice grilled slice of halloumi.
That's exactly what I was trying to think of, but brain broke.
Halloumi and portobello mushroom. Stuffed peppers. There could have been so many other things that were better.
That's great.
Halloumi with
That's great. I'm a DM, and I've been trolled for the last 40 minutes, so fuck you all. Anyway, yeah, the food's great. You all have your own separate rooms. The rooms are.
So is it? Can I get this food to go?
Oh, of course. We will have it ready for you. Would you want it for bringing it up to your room, or would you like it when you leave in the morning?
When I leave in the morning.
Of course, sir. Of course, sir. We will do our best. We will try.
Can I have a portion to take with me tomorrow?
Oh, of course, of course.
How many rations may I add to the inventory?
5, because you have a fucking boar and you didn't even eat half of it. I'm saying 5 because by the time you would get to like 5 days, the boar is going to start going off.
Yeah, sure.
But you can eat pretty much as you like for 5 days, because boars are pretty big. And it's marinated beautifully, and they try and cure it, and that's the reason it lasts 5 days. Yep, you all get your food. You go into rooms. The respected women you're looking for is there. Gnome, the elf, when she sees you, gets a bit confused about. Like, you can see in her face she's confused, but she treats you with respect and dignity. And if anyone knows what reference I'm making there, you're a fucking legend. But there's a reference to that. She treats you with respect and dignity, like you're just any normal human being who she's willing to spend the night with.
I'm not a human.
Yeah, but there's an exact reference I'm making that if anyone knows, you're a legend. I don't think most people know that reference, but anyway. The beautiful silk beds, very comfortable, beautiful night's sleep. It's the next day.
Cool.
No one got into a bar fight, so I don't need that map. That map can be used for later.
Should we end it here, or is it something we want to do with the next 30
Well,
minutes?
I would like to. Well, my plan is to end it in the next 5-ish. I want to know what your plans are for the day, and then we're gonna end. That's my plan.
Well, I guess we've got to go and find the boat, see if it's ready to go, and then we've got to get vetted. I don't really see the need to get vetted, but
I'm gonna. Sorry.
Don't run it past the town guards.
As you get up in the morning, the security / like waiters, whatever you want, like the people in the place, make sure that everyone is aware that there is a dastardly gnome running around, breaking windows. Be very, very afraid of this evil dwarf who's causing havoc in the lower town. So
I mean,
not like dwarf. Fair point, dwarf. And
I haven't done any fucking thing.
And dwarf, yeah. And they're like, now I know none of you would be even be willing to walk in such a peasant ridden area, and they're very like snobbish about the fact that like no one who could afford to be here would be willing to spend any time in the the dock areas, like the slum, basically. In their mind, it's the slum. But they're being very aware, like, and he could be among us all. And as they say this, they apologize profusely to Ibros about how we know it's not you. You're a gentleman. You're like a great respected patron of this place. You're welcome here all the time. Blah blah blah. Like they're apologizing while explaining to you that there is another dwarf running around destroying the lower town and is out and wanted.
Don't really have a comment to that, but yeah, okay.
Well, I don't think you want to tell them it's me you're looking for. It's
I mean,
me
it could
again.
be fun,
Go on.
though. Then you get your bar
Fuck
fight,
yourself.
but yeah.
Aha! You fools! It's I.
You take off the glasses.
No, I'll remain just in disguise and just for a little bit.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so yeah, we will end it here because it is getting to that stage where if we continue, we could end up in another encounter and I can go late. So, yeah.
Can we give Ibris an invisibility spell? Then he takes off the glasses, like whips off the cloak and goes, "It is I!" And the Master Criminal, and then like vanishes. It'd be fantastic.
Do you have that spell?
No, but like
well, then,
in the
no.
future,
But
if we ever come back here.
I could cast an illusion to make it look like he's vanished, and then he could just roll out the window.
Oh boy.
All I'm thinking of is the Simpsons when they do the Phantom of the Opera sketch. And he's like, "Oh, I'm gone." And he puts the cloak in front of his head, drops the smoke bomb, and it doesn't go off. He's like, "Shit, Smithers." But yeah, I had fun. I had a lot of fun. I know we didn't get a lot of like action, but we're progressing.
I had great action last night, apparently.
Yeah. I will send you that reference. We'll talk about it after stream, but it's probably the most incredible comedic skit of all time.
I'm glad you said reference. I thought for a second you were going to say I will send you a more detailed version of last night's events. I was like, no, it's okay.
No, I think we're okay. Funky, we've known each other for 6 months ish now. I think we're okay. But yeah, we'll do the usual ending. Thanks guys for coming on. I had a lot of fun. But I was going to say Ibris because I came up on screen. Sola, any shoutouts? Anything you want to recommend? What's your plan for the week?
I mean, I would recommend just watching Vulcan doing his programming and Funky whenever he's live playing. You know, Minions Masters on Mondays, stuff like that. Well, and you on.
Thanks. I was gonna say like.
you know, but it's kind of obvious that you're streaming.
That's true.
But
That is true.
But I don't really have much else for myself.
Yeah, fair enough. I do miss your streams throughout the day.
I miss them too.
I miss calling you a pastry every day. That was the highlight of my lunch break. But you know, it is what it is. Not Sola. Yeah, Vulcan. Yeah, no, Jesus Christ. I hate the way it changes name and I read that and then my brain goes, no, it's the other one. Anyway, Vulcan. I know you're busy with college.
For a while.
Yeah, I'm always confused, you know. Don't know which I like. Anyway, Vulcan. Been a while.
Yes.
I know you're busy now, but anything you want to shout out for next week or so?
Next week, back Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays with more game dev streams. So if you're ever interested in watching someone try and make a video game, I will be playing with art stuff. So doing some more work on shaders. I want to try and get the snow effect shader working.
Sorry, you forgot the most important thing. Debate whether or not your penguin is fat.
Well, I mean, that was
hilarious.
modeling stream. Is it a fat penguin? Is it too fat of a penguin?
Is the head the wrong shape? Is it not? Is it aesthetic? Like is it aesthetically pleasing?
You ask yourself when you're modeling, a penguin. You go, is the head too big? Do I need to scale it down by like 80%? Anyway,
it was only wrong when it was flat, but that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and that was because it crashed on me. But I will be streaming Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, 6 till 8 UK time. So adjust GMT +1 to your local time zone. And yeah, I will be playing with more shaders and trying to get a snow effect working. I think I know how I'm going to do it. I've just got to code it in and hopefully get that working, and it should be pretty good.
For anyone who always complains that it's a simple fix, yeah, watch Vulcan just try and change one thing and then spend 4 hours and it's fixed. Like, programming isn't easy, and I think it's a really good insight for those like myself. I'm a software developer. There's things I think are a piece of piss. I'm like, it can't be that bad. If you're trained as like a designer, changing the way the penguin looks shouldn't take you a day. And then you watch it's like, it is extremely difficult. So I think for anyone who's like likes to complain, just watch it. Like, I know you're not the greatest game developer in the world, but you're probably as average or better than average as most. So it's a good example for people to watch.
And hopefully they can learn something. I'm happy to explain what I'm doing, but I'm not doing tutorials as such.
No. No, but you answer all the questions. Like, I hang out a lot. And one of my mates who's other software developer for front-end websites, he finds it very interesting. So yeah. And Funky, who's going to be disappearing for a week and then revealing himself as a new and improved version 2.0 next
Be
week.
careful, because revealing myself can get me into a lot of trouble.
I did not mean that.
Yeah, so next, well, we've got another Dungeons and Dragons, which I'll be here for, but yeah, I'm not going to be around streaming this week because we are creating a new streaming studio, which will be really fun, and I hope it looks as good as it does in my head when it's finished.
It won't be the same.
The weekend of the 24th and 25th, which is not this weekend, but the following weekend, we're having like a massive mega, like I'll be on all day Saturday, all day Sunday.
That is next week.
Yeah. So not this weekend, but next weekend.
Okay, sorry. My brain is yeah, never mind. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, so we'll be on all day Saturday, Sunday. Have loads of cool stuff. We've got Vino's Revenge. We've got a new golf tournament next Sunday. We'll have all sorts of different games, all the usual stuff, golf, probably some Dwarfheim. It's actually Dwarfheim's 6-month anniversary as well, if we can get some people for that. But the biggest thing is I can play pretty much any game I want. So if you guys have got any suggestions, drop me a message in Discord or on Twitter and say, play this at the weekend, because I can pretty much play anything.
I'm thinking Tetris.
I don't think my computer can handle Tetris.
Currently, no, but the new one.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not talking about like online Tetris. That's full of try-hard fucks. I'm talking about like, old school Tetris on an emulator. Classic. Yeah. That's it. I have lots to announce, but they will be announced on the Discord.
Your grapes. Bye.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.